Enough to be on Chris Salcedo on the radio on Monday, and one of the questions that he asked me right after that you came off was around the Eddie Bernice Johnson story, and we took some calls, and there was an African American gentleman from Arlington who was very upset about the call because he thought my attack on Eddie Bernice Johnson was an attack on the African American community by the Hispanic community. But he made one thing that I thought was very important. He said that if African Americans and Hispanics can join together and vote for the people they need, we would make positive change in this country. What is your plan to help unify that coalition here in the 30th District? Because it can be a very powerful coalition if we can work together to get the right people in, starting with you and working down to those local constables we know aren't always as legitimate as they should be.
I think you got the template right here.
Yeah.
Your core values. These values are our values. These values are American values. So we have a common core from which to operate. We need you and I standing together and articulating that in the public square. That when we stand up, and we stand up against what is happening with the constables, you and I together, that's a force that has to be reckoned with. A voice of unity, a voice that is consistent with these values. I looked at these values. These are mine. These are my values. There's no difference between your core values and mine. And that's the commonality that we have, and that's the starting point for being the force. That's the force that makes it right. That when we subscribe to the founding principles, and I go back to those founding principles, those principles are colorblind. Those principles, when applied, work for anybody. And so that's where we win the day. And that's how we win our community, and that's how we work together as a force to change America back to those founding principles.
The 30th Congressional District is overwhelmingly Democratic, and Representative Eddie Bernice Johnson has held the seat for 17 years. The three candidates vying in the GOP primary say they're undaunted by the steep challenge of defeating her, and we believe Stephen Broden, 57, is the best choice for the district's Republican voters. The Fair Park Bible Fellowship pastor has a 32-year history of community involvement and leadership in the district, unmatched by his opponents. Behold, how good, how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Psalm 133:1. Mirad cuán bueno y cuán delicioso es habitar los hermanos juntos en armonía. Salmo 133, verso 1. Thanks to Elises Martinez, owner of El Real Restaurant, for his gracious hospitality and excellent food. El Real Restaurant, 3701 West Northwest Highway, Dallas, Texas. Call 214-350-5002.